Hi, I'm Susan, an intuitive and a healer. I have a business with my business partner, Jennifer, Orange Light Energy, where we do a lot of healing and clearing services, a lot of energetic things. This is an unexpected video. I don't know. I didn't wake up this morning thinking there was messages to bring through, but I got this urge to just kind of come on and check in and see how everybody's feeling, how we're managing in this energy. It's a really difficult time for a lot of people energetically, but on a collective level and a personal level. There's so much happening in the world right now, and it's impacting each of us. It's amplifying things we may already have been struggling with. We're in new times. We're in a time of clearing, a time of purging the things that do not serve our systems, our lives anymore. And it's really uncomfortable. No, it's physically uncomfortable. It's energetically uncomfortable. I don't know about anybody else here. I've been struggling to sleep this last week, very restless. I feel like I've been eating differently. My hair is different, like just weird things that just are noticeably different. Just ways of recognizing that there is change happening within our bodies as well as everywhere else, I guess. The messaging that's been coming to Jennifer and I, it's kind of what we're going through. I think, again, I'm not an astrologer, but I know we have these new Aquarian energies coming in, and that's just a different energy. It's about the power of the people rising up, embracing your power. But often, that's not something that's comfortable for people, and you just have to get pushed to a point where you have no choice. And I think that's where we are now, that for a lot of us, we're being pushed out of where we're comfortable, pushed out of where we have been. Part of me wants to say it's challenging, but the messaging in my head, it's opportunities for growth. It's opportunities to push yourself somewhere you didn't even know you could go. But thinking about these things kind of brought me around to purpose. Is that the purpose of this channel? Why did they bring me to this? What is my purpose in all of this? And it kind of opened up to a bigger... They're making me emotional about this. It's a big deal. I'm recording this on 12/12. It's a portal day. That's always a day for big energies, for big messages. But I was talking and asking my guides about purpose. I forgot to say it at the beginning, but my main guide is Archangel Metatron. Angelic energy is all about love. They don't have ego. It's about love. It's about wanting the best for everybody, wanting to be able to show you your way forward. And, they're putting a focus on the need for these difficult times because it's pushing us from where we're comfortable. It's pushing us to new things. It's giving us opportunities we wouldn't have otherwise. It's a path of learning, even though we may not really appreciate it right now. It can bring huge growth to each of us if we approach it that way. If we step out of fear and division and instead look at this as an opportunity, we come to it with love, with compassion, with hope. How do we move through it? What do we choose to call in? But when I was asking about purpose, he's saying nobody has just one purpose. We're not here to be only one thing. That for the life of each of us, we play different roles. We wear different hats. We bring different purpose to different things. For me personally, I have the role of mother, wife, sister, daughter. I've had multiple jobs in the past. I've been a student. I've worked in restaurants. I've been a manager of people. I've been a graphic designer. Now I'm doing this. All of them hold value. All of them brought learning to me and brought whatever they were supposed to other people. each of them plays a role in what is my purpose. Every interaction holds value. How you interact with other people holds value. It comes the emotion again. Your role on one day might be to bring hope to somebody who feels hopeless. Another day it might be to support your own energy, to nurture yourself, to push yourself to take a class, to do something you didn't think you could. No, there is no one purpose. To think that you have only one purpose is to box yourself in, to limit yourself. If you think I am here to be a healer, is that your only focus? Is that the only thing in your life that you see holding value? Because if you're doing that and putting your focus all in one area, what are you taking away from? What are you diminishing for yourself? What are you hiding from yourself? My days can feel kind of confusing. I spend a lot of my time in these energies, communicating with my guides, talking with angelic energies, working through these sessions for people. And then my kids come home and suddenly I'm, making chicken nuggets and doing laundry. It's two different sides, but they both hold value. They both hold strength. My kids need attention. They need to feel loved. They need things to support them in their growth. And that is just as important as doing this healing work, making these videos. So just when you're looking for what is your purpose, it can be 1,000 different things every day. And just recognize your value, recognize your strength, recognize how much power and potential there is in you in every single day, every interaction, what it is that you can do, what it is in your world that you are changing. I know this is a big message because they're making me want to cry like this. But just recognize that, our societies and our situations may make us feel powerless, but it's not true. And as we can step out of that mindset, really that's where we find our strength, where we can see what it is that we need. If you're honoring your own energy and your own needs, you're recognizing your own strength, then what becomes possible? What do you have the bravery to do? How will you react to things in your life differently? And I think in part that's a little bit about what he's meaning with this channel. Because I asked him, you made this thing about energetic rebellion. What does that mean? It's taking back your power, recognizing your strength, being willing to step forward in whatever way it is for you. Not everybody's going to be out there protesting and making their voice heard. Maybe you're making change in your own home, in your own community. You're making change by supporting people who need you. You're being a safe space for somebody. But it can also just mean looking after yourself, stepping out of the drama and giving yourself whatever it is that you need. Are you going to learn to sail a boat? Are you going to join a group that you wanted to do? Are you going to learn something new? Even just taking a bath one day, giving yourself a break, giving yourself time to hear yourself. All of it holds value. All of it is purpose. Really, your life can go any direction if it's what you choose. I'll tell you that 3 years ago, even 2 years ago, I was still working my corporate job. I didn't have any plan to quit my job. But I don't regret it. Every single day, I'm thankful that I made that choice, that I made that leap, that I got to a point where I was brave enough to do it. And that might not be the choice for everybody. But whatever is the choice for you, go with it. Feel into your own energy and recognize where you have power, where you need to reclaim power. What are the things that are happening in the world that are triggering you the most? And it could be anything. Everywhere is going through something different. There's, the global things on a whole, how they all fit together, but each country is going through its own struggles. Each community is going through its own struggles, and you'll be impacted by different ones. But look at those things and see How do they feel to you? Why does it feel so personal to you? Why does that one mean so much more to your energy than a different one, which is equally as tragic, equally as brutal? And just use it as a tool to recognize your own wounding, to look at where maybe you have wounds to look at. You know, it might be something that takes away control. It might make you feel betrayed. There's so many things that each of us carry. Guilt, shame. You know, do we feel powerless? And when these wounds are triggered, it is harder, but it's also back to being an opportunity to see your wounds, to heal, to find your way forward. So growth too can mean different things for each of us. And just see how that works for you. Do you feel a sudden urge to do something that you've never thought of before? You know, I'm making this video today because I was getting myself ready this morning. And I just had this sudden urge. There was a need to communicate these things, to bring it out there, to see how everybody's doing. And that made me ask questions like, why now? Really, it's because it's a portal day, because it's a message that people need. There may be, you know, whenever you're listening to this, it will be relevant to you. Just a reminder of your power and your strength and what you can achieve. What you do achieve every single day, whether you see it or not. But it's also about how are you growing? How are you moving forward? How are you changing your life? How are you changing your energy? It's also about today acknowledging the struggle that we're going through, the challenge, the energies that we are in, and the turmoil that is around us. You know, they're giving this timeline of 4 to 6 weeks for what they're calling big impacts. Things that are going to change our understanding, our perspectives, things that are going to challenge our understandings of things. And then from there, we have to process that. We have to understand it. We have to work through it. And a lot of that will be collective healing as well as personal healing. But that's how you get to new energies. That's how you get to new times. You have to purge the old ways. You have to recognize what you are no longer okay with. So they're pushing me out of my comfort zone again. This stuff is a learning process for me already. And again, thank you to everybody who is listening to this, everybody who comments. It makes my heart really happy. And it is validation that I am following what I'm supposed to do. But they're also talking about how this can continue to support people, how this is supposed to evolve and to grow to something that reflects the energies in the situation that everybody is going through. And just like the energy work that I've been doing each week, that is specific to the energies of that week. So emotionally, the needs might be different. The things that are coming up may be different. So I'm going to continue to do these videos as I'm given information and as it comes to me to do it. But let me know if this is something that anybody thinks would be a benefit. But they're talking about me doing some lives, maybe weekly, maybe bi-weekly. I don't know yet. But just to give you guys a chance to ask some questions, to be more interactive, for us to be able to interact more directly. I'm still thinking it through, but it feels energetically a part of manifestation, a part of moving through the process to put it out there, to say that I will do it. I'm going to be traveling over the holidays, so it probably will be in the new year that I would start doing this. But if it's something you think would be beneficial, just to have a weekly or bi-weekly check-in where you can bring up your concerns or things that you're struggling with, and I can answer some questions, get some answers, maybe pull some oracle cards, whatever it is that feels right for that particular time to support us as we're going through specific things. Let me know. The human part of me is a little bit anxious about I suppose, feeling vulnerable. Can I do it? And realistically, I know I can do it. I do it in our Patreon group all the time. But this still feels different. But that's growth. Growth is uncomfortable, whether it's negative or positive, because it's uncomfortable. It's change. It's something you're not familiar with. And it is our way of dealing with that. The energetic part of us, the soul, who's like, do it, do it, do it. And the human part that's like, but I'm a little bit afraid. If anybody else is going through that, just do it, because this is the time. All of this growth, all of this potential to move yourself to a new space, just do it. This makes me anxious to offer this, to put myself in a position that I have not before. But I can feel those energies, the pushback of my human self, but the excitement of my soul. And I'm going to honor it, and I'm going to do it, and just recognize that there's a purpose to it, even if I don't necessarily see it right now. No, I do see it. I know that it's valuable. I know that support and community, validation of things can be huge at helping to move forward. So it's not seeing the purpose. It's my own fear and hesitation. So just let that be part of the message. If you're hesitant about something, if you're not sure about it, but you feel this really strong pull to it, honor it, go for it, give yourself the chance. If it doesn't feel right, if it's a struggle to you, then maybe you're just supposed to do it differently, or it's a step to something else. It's never wasted. All right. I guess that's my message for today. So love to all of you. Thank you again for being here. I hope that this is helpful. And just please recognize how valuable you are. Recognize how important you are. How much impact you make in the lives of people, even if you don't realize. Okay. Bye.